Hey, what's up? Today we're going to be making some spring-themed Aldi keychains. I was going to make one for an Aldi-loving friend of mine, and then I kind of wanted one too. Hell, I'll probably make one for my whole family. I'm going to start my pattern by tracing around a quarter so I know I have enough room for it. Then I tried 1,000 times to get these petals correct, and then I finally decided why not just use a frickin' penny. Then I'm going to trace around another quarter so I can make our disc of our daisy, and then on the back side it'll be our quarter pocket. For my second design, I'm going to make a tulip. It's one of my favorite spring flowers. What's your favorite spring flower? Once I got this back layer cut out, I'm going to trace around the top front petals and then curve them in on the side. This will be our pocket. Then once you've picked out your favorite felt colors, you're going to trace around the pattern and then cut out. I'm doing 2 layers of each color. Once I have them cut out, I'm going to take 1 layer and bead it. I'm using some metallic thread just so it looks better with my beads, and I found these awesome flexible beading needles that are really easy to use. Once I have my front disc beaded, I'm going to just use some kind of basic stitch around the disc to attach to my petal. I'm sure there's a name for this stitch, but I don't know it. And once I have that attached, I'm going to bead my petals. Then for my second yellow layer, I'm going to do a blanket stitch around half the circle. Make sure it fits your quarter. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to stitch it to my second felt layer of petals. And now we have our pocket. And then test our quarter. It should fit in there snug enough that you can take it out, but it won't slip out. I'm going to do a blanket stitch again around our front layer of petals and our back layer of petals. Where I want the top of my petal keychain to be, I'm going to insert this jump ring and then sew it in. Once our jump ring is secure, we'll finish stitching the rest of our flower. Our second design will follow pretty much the same steps: cut out shape, bead, stitch. Once I have my top petal layer beaded, I'm going to do a simple stitch up the middle part so I can connect them and also separate them into petals. Well, give the illusion that it's separated into petals. They're illusions, Michael. Then on the edges, I'm going to do a blanket stitch until I get up into the tip, and then I'm going to attach my back layer. And then continue that blanket stitch all the way around until the second tip. Once I get to the other tip of the petals, I'm going to only stitch the front layer of our light colored felt. And then continue on to our back layer of felt, and I'll only stitch the back layer together. And once we get to the top, I'm going to insert my jump ring, stitch that in. Now we have our tulip pocket. Snug as a bug. Then we're going to open up our jump ring and attach it to a keychain. Just for something a little extra, I'm going to take this eye hook and bead that, add a little leaf, then attach it to my keychain. And then I'll bead this flathead pin. I found these cute bee beads at Michael's and I thought they were perfect for spring. And once we have that attached, we are done. Yay. And now hopefully I won't forget my quarter every time I go to Aldi. Now I just need to figure out how to stop forgetting my frickin' bags. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.